Hey! Reviews!
Back up in here, yo.
Captain!
Marvel?
Marvel?
Marvel.
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 No, Marvel.
Marvel.
Marvel. Well, the character Captain Marvel has a very, very long history in comics. We won't get into it on this video because this is the movie review. Now, I went to the fan event and you went to the regular screening. Only difference really, I got to see it a little earlier than you.
Yeah.
And I got a little Captain Marvel coin.
Ball out.
Anywho, what you guys are really here for, the plot. Let's talk about the plot of this Captain Marvel film. Now, if you've seen all the other films leading up to this one, right?
Yeah.
And the 10, almost 11 years now of the Marvel films, there's a lot of Easter eggs.
Yes, there is.
I'm just going to say that. We can literally make a whole another video about how many Easter eggs there are in this one. Nothing about Wakanda, though. Sad.
Well, they didn't know about it. It's the 90s.
I know. Anywho, so from the plot, definitely a time period piece. Yeah. I'm not sure why that's like a popular thing with the female characters in comics, right? They did the same thing with Wonder Woman. Yeah. However, we do have Captain America, also time period piece, so that works as well. Kind of like with Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of a time piece a little bit there as well.
Futuristic, you know.
So I'm okay with that. Does this do the 90s well?
I mean, parts, yes. Yes, it does. Like,
I agree.
It actually does. It comes in certain parts. It gets a little nod.
Even the fight music, I'm not going to spoil the song, but that was appropriate.
Yes.
It was appropriate.
So, yeah, they did a whole lot of
90s.
The blockbuster, the internet.
VHS.
CDs.
Game Boys.
Yes. Payphones.
Loading of the computers.
Yeah, all the lovely stuff from the 90s, they got in there.
All the stuff you take for granted.
Yes.
That we don't have to deal with now. Two-way paging.
That's right.
Elite technology.
It's
elite. The latest in communication.
That's right.
Overall plot, though, I'm going to have to say that's kind of where this one takes a little bit of a twist/turn in the sense that I felt like it could have been just a little bit better. Like they could have hashed this out a little bit more.
Yeah, they could have just did a little more in terms of just like drawing out who she really is. I mean, they kind of keep it sort of a mystery, which is okay, trying to figure it out, but it didn't feel like it was a huge payoff to that mystery.
So, I mean, that's kind of a build-up towards the end, right? What I don't like, specifically about the plot, me personally, is like the villain layout. Now, obviously, I think they do that for a reason. I'm not going to get into spoilers. I don't think they give us enough background for like who you should or shouldn't be going for, but I think that's all having to do with maybe a build-up and a surprise, if you will. So I think, again, this is what this one kind of suffers from. I know that was kind of a thing earlier in Marvel movies, right? That there wasn't good enough villains, and then all of a sudden you get Black Panther has a good villain, and then we get Thanos is a good villain.
Before those two, it was just Loki. It's like the only good.
And you get Loki as a good villain.
They had, and they ran with Loki for a while. So
and then you get the Vulture, who was a good villain in Homecoming. So this one, I'm gonna have to say, like I said, leans a little bit more towards the older Marvel films where the villain is it's kind of it's good. But not like what we've come accustomed to in the most recent films, right?
Yeah, it kind of falls flat on terms of like the villain that you really want her to overcome. It's more of a whole different situation. It's kind of like, how do we get to where we're at in Endgame?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I think for other parts of the plot though, humor is good throughout.
Yes. I mean, the same Marvel movie, they still the same humor throughout in terms of like how all Marvels kind of had humor.
Exactly. Casting.
Yeah.
They have been doing a really good job with casting. I can't really say that I would rather see someone else cast it. I think they all did a good job.
Yeah. They did a real job. And then you bring back, Samuel for always a good thing.
Young Nicholas Joseph Fury. Special effects overall good, but I'm gonna have to take it down a notch. We talked about this in our Black Panther review. Towards the end of Black Panther, it does suffer a little bit in CGI, And there are some moments in this that like special effects are amazing.
And then they kind of just.
And then they don't. Like this scene right here, amazing. Look the way she looks.
Yeah.
Later on though, very Matrix 2-ish. That's my reference to bad CGI. Sorry everyone. Second Matrix, not that great of CGI.
90s-ish.
Early 2000.
Early 2000.
I mean, but come on. I mean, we got to see an underwater world with Aquaman, and that looked super clean. We've seen dinosaurs come to life.
I mean,
and you can't get glowing Brie Larson the entire film to look amazing the whole time. Half the time, but I mean, she's not even in this state that long in the film. Sorry. No. I mean, throughout the film, there's moments where she's like, it looks good, and then it doesn't look good. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just thought, I was hoping for more. I mean, you have Lucas Arts, right? I mean, not to say they have the greatest CGI, but come on.
I mean, you have the people that do Star Wars.
Yeah.
Maybe use them for your CGI.
You paid billions of dollars for it. Don't
But
listen
I
for
will
sound.
say they're probably busy making Star Wars.
Nope. All right. Okay, so after that, though, overall, what would you give this one?
Like a 3.5. It's a little above average. It's watchable because it has like the comedy, the 90s reference, and it still has a Marvel movie. So you see Fury's character and Coulson.
And
all of
Coulson.
them. Yeah, all of them going about interaction. So that kind of.
And like we said, a plethora of Easter eggs
Yes.
for any comic fans or any Marvel, MCU followers that you've been watching everything. You're gonna get so much out of this.
So they throw all that in there, so you're like, okay, I can. If you know that and you keep up with that, you're gonna enjoy it.
Okay, so for me, for the average moviegoer, if you have not been keeping track of everything, I'm gonna say it's about a 3. Easily a 3.5 though. If you have been keeping up, maybe even a 4 if you're super hardcore into this. But 3.5 for me at the highest. For me, if I was gonna go like to super nerd out level over it, maybe a 4. But I think your average moviegoer is gonna feel that it's a good movie, not an amazing movie. We really were all hoping, I personally was hoping for an amazing film leading into Infinity War Endgame, and we got a good movie.
Yeah, but it's hard because the way her placement is.
It is. It really is.
Like, Panther was that placement before, and it's kind of like hard to duplicate that twice. It's really hard.
Not only that, but technically, Panther did have an actually really good movie, a good jumping off point in Civil War to lead off of.
Yeah, she didn't have a point to
Captain
jump
Marvel
off.
didn't really have anything except for the pager at the end of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. So, which is interesting because they do talk about that a little bit in the film.
But do they?
They kind of do. They don't talk about the endgame part of it, if that's what you guys are talking about. I'm talking about they kind of reference pagers in the film, right? So we kind of get an idea of how that came to be. So like I said, overall, good. We're going to go ahead and discuss spoilers in another video after this. So people who want to see that, that's what that video will be about. Anything else you want to talk about in general for this review?
At this point, I think we covered pretty much most of it without getting into super spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I have a lot to say in spoilers. A lot. I won't say too much, but I have a lot to say. So remember, overall, 3.5, about a 3 to 3.5 for me. So I would say average score for a 3.5. Oh, do you feel they have to see it in the theater? Is this a must watch in the theater?
It's a Marvel movie. Go see it in the movie theater.
Must watch.
I mean, most superhero movies, that's what they're designed for, to be a movie theater.
I'll say you'll get a better effect if you watch it in the theater.
Yeah.
Now, if this was filmed and formatted for the IMAX, so overall, you're going to get a better experience if you watch an IMAX. If you're not trying to watch it on the biggest screen, I don't know why you're going to the theater anyways. But I would say that'd be the best place to watch it personally. All right, so comment down below, like, subscribe, and if you're waiting for the spoilers, that's going to be the next video.
Share it to everybody.
Share it out.
Everybody. Them over there, too.
Wakanda! Peace!